I'm delighted to be here with Clinton Morrison. Fantastic event at the National Football Museum. EFL and Pannini joining forces for this sticker collection. How excited are you about this? And have you been much of a sticker collector over the years?
Oh, I love sticker collection. I love being in them, and as a youngster, when I was used to pick them up, I used to love the sticker collection. This is the best thing, though. The EFL, you got people like Bale here. He's trying to eye me up, but I'm not intimidated by the big man. But no, this is good. Like you can see some of the championship have their individual League One, League Two. I think it's one of the best events. 72 EFL clubs getting to do that. And as a younger audience, and now like when I was younger, I was maybe looking at the Premier League. To have it in the EFL, I think it's fantastic.
It is fantastic. And you mentioned there when you were younger, you love collecting. Do you remember any particular players that you got in a pack that you were particularly excited or happy about?
Yeah, so mine growing up would probably be around probably Mark Hughes days and stuff like that. So you've got all that kind of Man United era and stuff. So I remember a few players there, and then it went on to maybe Ian Wright. When you used to get Ian Wright, someone who you idolized, and you got his sticker. But you'd always say, if you've got three of them, when you go to school, you try to swap with people. But I'd always play it clever and say, I'll give you that, but I'll take 10 of theirs that I need. So it's just trying to be a bit clever. But no, I think it's great for the little kids, and it's also brilliant. But the EFL do a lot of good stuff like this, and I think it's fantastic. If I still had younger kids, it'd be brilliant. Mine are all grown up now, but they still love the Pannini sticker books, and it's the best thing. So for them to join together, it's fantastic.
100%. You mentioned there that Ian Wright was a fantastic player for you to get in a pack. Obviously, you ended up popping up in a sticker album or two. So did you ever get a sticker of yourself?
Yeah, of course. But it's different because it wasn't EFL because we didn't have it. But I had a sticker when we were in the Premier League when I just went to Birmingham, and then I had one at the World Cup when I went with Ireland. And when you see yourself in a sticker book, you're excited. You think you've made it. You haven't, but you think you've made it. Because people and I had the shiny one when I went to Birmingham, so that means I was a star player. So I take that.
I mean, obviously, you mentioned Ireland there, and the last time we spoke, we talked all about your fantastic game against Brazil, going toe-to-toe with Ronaldo. But in order to get to Brazil, you had to make that debut against Croatia. So tell me about what it was like getting to that moment and making that debut against Croatia.
No, it's difficult because obviously you can see by my accent, I'm not 100% Irish. I am now because I put on the green jersey and I got the passport. But it's always difficult because when you're born and bred in London and people don't think, oh, you're Irish and going to put on a green jersey, you're going to think how you're going to be reciprocated and how you're going to be respected. But as soon as I made my debut and they were singing my name and I scored against Croatia, I felt 100% Irish. And it's one of the best feelings. And as I said, I hope the boys now can make the World Cup because they're in the playoff at the minute. And it'll be a fantastic achievement for the club.
So do you think they're going to make it?
They've got a good chance. It's still going to be difficult, but it's always going to be hard. But it's good. It's good. And it's something, if you'd asked me a week ago, I would have said no chance. I honestly would have. But fantastic performance against Portugal and Hungary, and Troy Parrott, outstanding.
100%. And can you remember your first ever interaction with Mick McCarthy?
Yeah, of course. I went and met him because I got called up for the England under-21s. He said he wanted me to play for Ireland and go to the World Cup. So I went and met him, and I was late for the meeting. And he said, you nearly didn't have an international career. So I was an hour late, but I blamed my agent. I didn't blame myself. So that was it.
I mean, you obviously got the international career going all the way over to the World Cup. I want to touch on that a little bit more in just a second, but obviously that Roy Keane moment happened. From your perspective, what happened between Keane and McCarthy?
No, it's just a misunderstanding. It can happen. I think it could have been handled differently. I think I have utmost respect for Roy Keane. I think fantastic captain, fantastic leader. Mick McCarthy's a brilliant manager, gave me my opportunity, but I just think the whole situation could have been handled differently. But you watch the movie, you'll see it. And then you can come and interview me after, and I'll tell you if it's the truth or not.
Well, I'm looking forward to watching the movie, and hopefully I can catch up with you a little bit after that. But obviously, it was a big deal when you were out in Japan and South Korea. But aside from the Roy Keane incident, what were your favourite memories of being in Japan and Korea?
Just everything, the experience. As a youngster, you always grow up wanting to play in the World Cup. So that was my dream, to be selected to go and play for Ireland in the World Cup. So, and then playing Gaelic football. I learned a lot of Gaelic and playing hurling at the World Cup and actually dancing on Michael Flatley's limo. So there's loads of stories from that World Cup. It was a fantastic occasion, and just to go and be involved in a World Cup, so great like that, it's brilliant. And it's every kid's dream, and I live my dream.
I mean, you mentioned that Michael Flatley story. What is the story behind that?
Not that we got knocked out, and then we all, as you do as the Irish do, we went out and we just kind of like had a party and stuff and enjoyed ourselves. And then me and Gary Kelly ended up Irish river dancing on his limo. How crazy is that? But it was exciting.
Very crazy, very crazy. And obviously, in football, so many teams have big rivalries. Everybody needs a dance partner, but that also comes down to the players as well. And I know that somebody you had massive rivalries with was Danny Mills. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
But Millsy it's because he's frustrating in the end. I've got an opinion. Everyone will tell you Clinton likes talking on the football pitch. So I was always opinionated. We clash. We now work together and we get on ever so well. But yeah, we always had a rivalry where he would give me a bit of stick. I'd give him a bit of stick. But he always knows I come out on top. He won't like me saying that, but Mills, he knows. But nah, I got a lot of time for Danny Mills. We work together and we do ever so well, but I'm still the boss. Tell him that.
100%. I'll make sure he knows. But Clinton, thank you so much for giving me some time again. It's really appreciated. But before I let you go, is there anything else you'd like to add about the sticker collection?
No, I just said it's fantastic. I want to make sure everyone buys the stickers. Try and get the full collection. I'm going to get my stickers. I'm going to buy them. See if you can beat me. And keep up the good work as well.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. I appreciate it.